When the biggest rock stars in the world get together and gather to celebrate each other and let loose, shit goes wild. Don't forget to schedule your glutathione drips. Tonight, I have the honor of inducting Soundgarden into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You may ask why? Oh, why would Soundgarden, the heaviest of rock and roll royalty, want Jim Carrey to induct them into the Hall of Fame? Is there some deep cosmic connection between them? Or was the Spoon Man not available? Well, the truth is, I grew up with the awe-inspiring bands of the hard rock era. Every day, I spent hours in front of my floodlight in the corner of a basement, playing power chords on a goalie stick. When the Seattle music scene exploded, it resurrected rock and roll for me. Bands like Mudhoney, Mother Love Bone, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, and of course, Nirvana were unfettered, brutally honest, and reaching for something profound. Soundgarden was not only the first band in Seattle movement to sign to a major record label, they sowed the seeds of its inception. Guitarist Kim Thayil, bassist Hiroshima Yamamoto, and singer-drummer Chris Cornell were experimenting with a sound that no one had heard before. A fusion of hard rock, punk, metal, psychedelia that shaped intricate and astounding sonic landscapes. That, coupled with Chris's insane vocal range, made your heart pound with excitement one minute and break with sadness the next. When I heard Soundgarden for the first time, I wasn't just excited. I wanted to put a flannel shirt on and run into the street screaming, "My mother smoked during pregnancy!" They ascended from the gritty bars in Seattle to worldwide superstardom without fear or compromise. They trusted themselves completely and trusted that their fans would come along for the ride wherever it led. They broke big with their fourth studio album, Super Unknown, featuring incredible songs like Spoon Man, Fell on Black Days, and their magnum opus, Black Hole Sun. That track was the ultimate example of Chris Cornell's prolific songwriting. It felt like he had given us an all-access pass to some monumental apocalyptic dream he was having. He had a deeply authentic presence. When you looked into his eyes, it was like eternity was staring back. I used to talk to him like this. "Hi, Chris. How you doing?" "Me? Great. Never better. Please look away. Probe no further." I met the band in 1996 when I was hosting Saturday Night Live for the very first time. And I insisted on Soundgarden as the musical guest. By then, the lineup was Chris, Kim Thayil, Matt Cameron on drums, and Ben Sheppard on bass. During rehearsal, they launched into the dark, epic beauty of Pretty News. I stood right in front of them, letting the waves of electricity wash over me like an audio baptism. They pushed me under, and when I came up, I was free. After the show, they handed me what is to this day one of my most prized possessions, the Fender Telecaster Chris played on the show. Signed by the whole band. We got a picture of that somewhere? Oh, it's behind me. Damn! Snuck up. Pay no attention to the burn marks on the pick guard.
Someone backstage was playing with matches.
Later that night, Chris showed up at my hotel room with an acoustic guitar and a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, and we wrote some songs. Okay, I may have dreamt that part, but I'll never forget that night. And I did get to hang with Chris a few times. He was always really sincere, very down to earth, thoughtful, and funny. When the band split in '97, Chris went on to make amazing music on his own and with Audioslave. Yeah. Kim, Matt, and Ben continued to blaze their own musical paths, but Soundgarden wasn't done. They reformed in 2010 and gave us a whole second act of new music and live shows that sounded just as vital as ever. Sadly, on a shocking night in 2017, Chris left us. We lost a very special being, a monumental musical artist and an inspired innovator. But for all time, his voice will continue to light up the ether like a Tesla coil. Tonight, we make sure that Chris Cornell, Kim Thayil, Hiroshima Yamamoto, Matt Cameron, and Ben Sheppard go down in history as one of the most majestic, powerful, and influential bands ever to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Long live Chris Cornell, and long live Soundgarden.
Hi, we're Mick Jagger. Hello, Cleveland. Look out!
They were the band that single-handedly redeemed hard rock and metal music.
You realize it's all these different layers, these different time signatures. It was this beautiful chaos.
There's no reason to try to sound like Soundgarden because nobody can sound like Soundgarden.
At the time that Soundgarden first started, it was just three of us, and I played drums at the time. And I came to the conclusion that if you want a band where you're playing music that you love, you just pretty much have to start it yourself.
This is Soundgarden. Chris started living with me, and Soundgarden kind of started with me and Chris playing together for hours. Kim would start coming over, and we'd start all playing together.
Through jamming, we came up with a sound spontaneously.
I don't remember ever sending anybody demo tapes or anything. We suddenly got an offer to actually make a record, and to us that was really the dream come true.
We were one of the cool local bands, and that was kind of good enough for me.
Our audience consisted of members of other bands.
We'd go see these guys, and these guys come see us.
We were always considered a heavy metal band. We just shrugged it off because we knew what we could do.
They could be heavy, they could be riff-oriented. Kim's guitar part evolved way beyond that, and an amazing range.
Kim Thayil, to me, he's a metalhead at heart for sure, but there's a real magical power to it. When they brought Ben Sheppard in on bass, there was a transformation. Ben is just a beast.
With Ben on bass, there was a musical sophistication.
You can really hear their growth from each release.
Then you hit Bad Motorfinger, and wow, there's a real step up in production value.
Chris Cornell was like a punk rock Robert Plant.
He was kind of an unstoppable force. As a writer, fucking untouchable. Live, Chris was like an animal.
Matt Cameron. He's the most unobtrusive drummer in rock and roll. Hey, look at me, look at me. He's not that kind of a drummer. He figures out exactly where he needs to be.
Why has it all got to be so terribly loud?
It's the latest thing.
That's the greatest fucking band in the world, and they're playing by no rules that anybody's ever played by.
We all want to make music we like, regardless of whether we're selling a lot of records. Success to us isn't doing that.
The way that Soundgarden stayed relevant was staying true to themselves.
I can sing high, but man, that guy can sing really high, and then he can bring it down, and he's got so much soul.
I was touched by music and songwriting as a little kid. That sort of drew me into a world where I felt like I was at home.
This was not surface level songwriting. It feels like he was ripping out pages in his diary.
That is not projecting some character. His lyrics, when you look at them, that's real.
There will never be anyone who writes like him ever again. When we lost Chris Cornell, we lost someone who, through his beautiful songs, gave us a voice.
They created pieces of work that will live forever as great masterpieces of rock.
There's a majesty to Soundgarden. There's a lot of frailty and rage and passion and love.
Soundgarden represents a band where we are larger than the sum of its parts. We want to always be discovering new things. We are a band playing music that we like.
This is Chris Cornell's eldest daughter, Lily.
Thank you, Jim. I'm honored to be here to celebrate Soundgarden and my dad as a songwriter, musician, and amazing singer, and also to celebrate my mom, Susan Silver, who managed Soundgarden. Yep. She managed Soundgarden from 1986 into the 2000s, and she's a major badass. This evening especially, I could not be prouder to be their daughter. The band's impact is of course massive, but growing up within the Seattle music community, what's always been the most special part to me is that it comes from friends making music together and then being able to turn that into a life. Seeing my dad, not as a public figure, but as a person, a father, and someone who faced his struggles out loud, I am just really, really happy that he got to make music with his friends. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I know how much purpose that gave him and how much it's meant to people who have heard that music. That's what I'll be holding in my heart tonight. Thank you all for honoring my dad and for recognizing Soundgarden. The Soundgarden guys and all of our Soundgarden community like family. I'm so happy to introduce Kim, Hiro, Matt, and Ben.
Along with their special guests, Jerry Cantrell, Mike McCready, Brandi Carlisle, and my old friend, Taylor Momson.
Here are Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. Soundgarden!
Thank you.